growing up, I met a lot of people that told me that, you know, their parents always told them if they ever got into a tough spot and didn't know what to do, just ask themselves, you know, what would Jesus do? But my mom, you know, being Italian and Catholic and well, growing up in the 60s, she would always say, Susie, if you ever get in a tough spot and you don't know what to do, ask yourself, what would Jackie Kennedy do? And I always have. And so I had these earrings on, and I really loved them. And I did a lighting check, and I went back and I looked at the footage, and I heard my mother's voice. Would Jackie Kennedy wear those earrings?
It's been up on my mind. Oh, it's hard to resist. Feeling like one of a kind. Oh, now the hard time's over. And for a moment, I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer. I can feel it coming. Oh, now it's my time now. Oh, now when I look back, it's like it's another game that I'm playing now. 'Cause it's finally here. Finally, yeah, yeah. Oh, 'cause it's finally here. Finally, yeah. Ooh. I've been staring again, gazing at the night sky. And even though it's the same, it feels like I got new eyes. Oh, now the hard time's over. And for a moment, I won't look back now. Yeah, and it's moving closer. I can feel it coming. Oh, no, it's my time now. 'Cause it's finally here. Finally, yeah, yeah. Oh, 'cause it's finally here. Finally, yeah. Ooh.
Hi everybody, I'm so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. I hope you had a great week, and I hope you're getting kind of excited for spring. I am. You know, today I wanted to talk a little bit about our journey here and how we feel about things as we're getting older and some of the issues that we face and some of the things that we feel. So I thought that might be, I think this is a good time to kind of maybe have a chat about those things. And there is a gal named Sarah, and she has a channel, and I'll list it below. She wrote a beautiful tag a while back about women and how they feel about getting older. And a lot of women in my community have done the tag, and they've done a beautiful job. So I thought I would take a swipe at it. It's a beautiful tag, and I wanted to show it some love and give it some respect. And I also wanted to get your feedback on some of these questions too. So I thought we would do that today. So you want to do that today? You don't? Okay, well, come on, we got to. Oh, that's so pretty. Sometimes I love to drift back to my youth and remember when I started to talk to a man and watch his face get a little bit red. Sometimes I kind of miss those days. The first question of the tag is, what is my age group? My age group is over 60. The second question is, what bothers me most about getting older? And I think that the thing that bothers me the most about getting older is this feeling that I am running out of time. It's like I'm always waiting for a train impatiently. I'm looking at my watch and thinking, am I going to run out of time? Do I have enough time to do all the things that I want to do in life? And it takes on kind of an urgency and a drama that need not be there. So I'm working on trying to slow the train down, because when you really stop and think about it, think of all the things that a person can do in 1 year. 1 year. The next question is, have I had any procedures done? No, I have not had any procedures done. I did have a bout with Botox and fillers 8 years ago, and I made a video about it, and I'll link it below. But no, I don't do anything. And the next question is, would I have procedures done? And I always think, you know, like, never say never. I might have my eyelids done probably sometime in the next 10 years, but just because I think my eyelids might affect my vision. So I might have to have my upper lids done. But other than that, no, I don't think I'll have anything done. You know, I'm kind of a nervous, anxious person. I have a lot of energy, and I don't see me handling some of the pain and the downtime that you have to go through if you have a facelift. You know, I just don't see that being in the cards for me at all. The next question is, what was the pivotal point where you realized that you wanted to anti-age? And I'm assuming that that moment of horror where you looked in the mirror and went, I've got to do something. I think I was about 45 years old. I was very happily married. And you know, I love my children. I love my grandchildren. I wanted to look nice for them. I wanted to look nice for my family. And I thought, oops. I started to see changes in my skin, crow's feet, and I didn't seem very bright. Of course, I smoked at the time, but right around 45, I looked in the mirror and I thought, what the heck, what's going on? So the next question is, do I think it's possible to anti-age? And yes, of course. Can we knock 7 to 10 years off our face? Of course we can. We have to really want it. We have to have passion and discipline. We have to watch what we eat, and we have to use great skincare, and we have to, you know our makeup techniques that help us look younger, and you know, a good haircut and a nice pair of boots and a nice dog helps too. But yeah, I think it's absolutely the perfect storm of so many things coming together that help us make us look our best. And there was a quote by Audrey Hepburn that I just read, and she said, "The happiest girls are the prettiest girls." And I think that's also an element of making us look younger. To be happy. And you know, when you smile, I think just smiling and laughing takes 7 years off our face right there. So yes, it's not only possible, but it's fun. It's fun to try to turn back the clock. And you know, I love going places and people will say, I can't believe you're 63, and it makes me feel kind of good. I like it. So next up is the question of all the lotions and potions out there, which ones do I think are gimmicks? Well, to be totally honest with you, I think that looking younger and taking care of our skin is not rocket science. I think it's very, very simple. There are things that age us. The sun ages us. Free radicals age us, and so what do? We use sunscreen, and we use antioxidants that help us create a barrier between our skin and the pollution in the air. It's very, you know, it's pretty simple, and we have kind of a cool underground community on YouTube, and we're telling each other, you know, what works and what doesn't work, or what's working for us. And I love that. I mean, we're part of a pretty cool underground of what's the truth. So the other day I was walking through the drugstore and I saw all these creams that were so expensive, and the eye creams were like $35, $40, drugstore prices, $40 for an eye cream from Oil of Olay. And I just thought to myself, a lot of those products contain parabens and alcohol and wax, and they not only don't help us look younger, but they hurt us. They hurt our skin. And it's just kind of shocking to me because it's $1 billion business. And through packaging and through advertising, they prey on women who, you know, they're getting older and it's a stressful time. And, you know, your 50s, your 60s, you know, it's a very stressful time. Your hormones are changing. You're taking care of your aging parents. Your children are leaving. And so we have all of these emotions, all of these things that are going through in our lives, and we want to look our best. And then we are bombarded with these advertisements of, we need this cream because this cream will complete us. This cream will make us look younger. And it's a $1 billion business taking advantage of our vulnerabilities. And I think mostly it's crap. I do. So that's one woman's opinion, but it saddens me when I see somebody spend $300 on a cream, and I did it myself. I went to Macy's and I spent $300 on a cream. I wanted to look younger. And I really honestly believe the serum and the cream would work, and it didn't. So it's logical, the next question would be, what products do I think work? And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about being part of the over 50 community, is that even though we may differ on the brands that we use, we all believe basically in the same things, and that is sunscreen. We believe in retinol, Retin-a. We believe in exfoliating. We like our alpha hydroxy acids, and we believe in hydration, the type of hydration that we get sometimes from creams or oils, but it's very basic. We all boil it down to about 10 products, and it works. It really does work, because the proof really truly is in the YouTube pudding. Alright, next up is, what is my very favorite part of my appearance? And, you know, that's really tough because, you know, I was very vain when I was a young woman. And I used to have a lot of fun getting ready, going out. I used to blast the music and have a little bit of wine and stare at myself in the mirror and think, oh wow, this is going to be such a lovely evening. Why am I talking like Angel? Anyway, I liked the way the light hit my cheekbone, and then I would put blush on it. And I mean, I just went through a whole rigmarole routine about my cheekbones. So I was proud of my cheekbones. Well, fast forward to 2018. Where'd they go? But I don't really, you know, I've lost a lot of my vanity, almost all of it. I rarely ever go back and watch myself in my videos. I have to see myself when I'm editing, but other than that, I kind of avoid myself. I would say the thing when I'm editing that I notice that kind of helps me get through the night of editing is when I laugh. When I show my teeth and I'm laughing, and then I go like, and then I'm laughing with myself. It's surreal, I know. It's so weird, but I like that. Next question is, do I accept getting older? And honestly, no. No, I don't accept it, and I'll never accept it, because I don't think about it, and I don't want to think about it. I never want to be more than a moment away from that 12-year-old girl that I was, plotting in my bedroom how I was going to do a complete makeover on myself. Better socks, better skirts, a better hairdo, looking at the 16 magazine and being full of dreams and possibilities. And you know, when I would go to school sometimes, you know, sometimes the kids would tease me about being too fat or not being pretty enough, and I would just go home and I would think, you know, those people, they don't define me. And I would open up the magazines and say, yeah, I can look like her. And so I don't want anybody or anything to define me. I don't want my age to define me, if I'm 63 or 73 or 93. You know, I'm just a minute away from my next makeover. I don't know, but aging feels like such a fight. It feels like a fight every day. Is it supposed to feel that way? I don't know, but it feels like a fight. And at the end of each and every day, I'm whole, I'm happy, I survived, and tomorrow's another day. Okay, so next up, if I could change one thing about the way that I am aging, what would it be? And probably without a doubt, it would be my struggle with my weight right now. I love to be 125 pounds, and I'm not 125 pounds. And there has never been a time in my life where I could not lose weight. There was never a time in my life where I could not wear the clothes that I wanted to wear. There was never a time in my life where when I said I was going to lose 10 pounds, I couldn't lose 10 pounds until now. And I don't like it, and I want to change it. The next question is, when it's all said and done, was it more about the external or the internal woman that you are? And I thought about this question. I thought about all the women in my life that I have admired, and there's so many. And I thought about, you know, like Mother Teresa and Eleanor Roosevelt, Madame Curie. You know, when I think about those women, nobody talks about how they looked. Nobody's going to say, ooh, Madame Curie, wow, she rocked that blue eyeshadow. It's all about, and even Audrey Hepburn, which you know, I absolutely love her so much and admire who she was. And when we look back, it's like, well, Audrey Hepburn, she was an amazing humanitarian. Princess Diana was an amazing humanitarian. And so we remember the deeds. We remember the legacy of accomplishment. We don't remember the external. Sure, I mean, when I say Elizabeth Taylor, what do we think? We think, oh my gosh, her blue eyes, she was so beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the question states, when it's all said and done, what's important to me? Yeah. Who I was, my accomplishments. Yeah. And I'm working on it. So what would I rather have? A beautiful face and a broken body? Or a strong body and a broken face? My health is precious. My health is the most precious thing that I can work on. If I have my health, I can play music, I can write poetry. I can have all those wonderful memories of a life well lived. I don't care what my face looks like. As long as my heart is beating and my feet are moving, I'm happy. Hey everybody, thanks so much for hanging in there, and thank you so much for enjoying Desi's Pilates last week. He's trying to teach me how to stretch before we walk. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful brand new week, and when you're done with your week, I hope you come back and see us, okay? Okay, it's a deal. Is it a deal? Oh my goodness, it's snowing in March. Hopefully this will be the last time. So in the end, will it be the external or the internal that we will remember? Will we remember what somebody looked like? Or will we remember what they did? What they stood for? I'm 63 today, and it was a long ride home. It was good to see the old place. It's so easy to love your life in the spring and the summer, and so hard to see the beauty of it when the winter comes. It's always going to be a long ride home. It's just the destination gets so much sweeter with age. The universe had a beautiful plan. I don't want to goof it up.